July 11th, Virginia, Hangman Adam Page's home state. He hasn't been seen in AEW since March, 4 months gone, after the worst loss of his career. A 46-minute Texas death match against MJF at Revolution, blood on the camera lens by the end of it, stretchered out, and a stipulation attached to that match. Lose, and he can never challenge for the AEW World Championship ever again. He lost. So when he walks out in front of his hometown crowd, everyone's waiting for the anger, the revenge promo. Instead, he talks about gardening, native plants, an acre and a half in Greensboro. Says he wishes he didn't know as much as he does now about savicular radiculopathy. Says he's found something genuinely therapeutic about planting a seed and watching it become something. Then he gets to the actual point. For 7 years, I defined myself with one goal I held above everything else: to chase, to win, and to hold the AEW World Championship. But now I am faced with the question, who is Hangman Adam Page without the AEW World Championship? And the truth is, I don't know, but we're damn sure gonna find out, aren't we? That was 3 weeks ago. We still don't know. Quick context if you need it. A year ago at All In Texas, Hangman Adam Page beat Jon Moxley to end the Death Rider's hold on the AEW World Championship. That was the peak. The hero moment, AEW's guy at AEW's biggest show, taking the title back from the group that had been running the company into the ground. Somewhere between then and March, he lost the title. By Revolution, he was chasing it again, in a match that was violent enough that it needed a stipulation just to raise what was already at stake, and he lost that too. Here's the detail that stings a little if you sit with it. A few months later, Kenny Omega beat MJF for the world title, under the exact same kind of never challenge again risk. Omega walked through the same fire and came out on the other side. Hangman didn't. Gone since March, back for one night in July, gone since. Here's the part that actually got me while researching this. He didn't just say I've got other things to fight for and sort of leave it vague. He named names out loud on camera. TNT Championship, National Championship, International Championship, Continental Championship, 4 specific titles. 2 weeks later, AEW ran Redemption, and every single one of those 4 titles had real business on that show. Mark Davis lost the National Championship, the International Championship had a defense, and a 6-man ladder match for the next shot at it. Kevin Knight, the man holding the TNT title, Hangman specifically named, was in the main event of the entire show. Jon Moxley, who holds the Continental Championship, was crucial throughout multiple segments on the show. 4 titles, 4 storylines moving, and Hangman Adam Page was nowhere on that card. I don't think that's an accident, but I don't think that's a mistake either. I think it's the actual point. You don't announce 4 specific targets and then vanish again by coincidence. Whatever this is building to, AEW is taking its time with it. So where does this actually go? The TNT Championship is Kevin Knight's, fresh off of a world title match of his own. The national championship just changed hands to Andrade, who's currently got a war going on with the entire Don Callis family. A pretty crowded lane for Hangman to walk into right now. The international championship is Kyle Fletcher's, and Mike Bailey is already lined up as the next man for that one. But it's the Continental Championship that means something to me, because that title belongs to Jon Moxley. Think about what that actually would be. Hangman's entire world title win a year ago was built on ending Moxley's group's grip on the top of this company. If Hangman comes back for a title and it's Moxley's, that's the same fight he already won once at a different size for reasons that have nothing to do with the stipulation he's not allowed to touch anymore. That's the version of this that would actually matter. I don't know if that's where AEW is going. Nobody has said it out loud, but it's the version of the story that makes the last 4 months make sense as something other than just time off. He asked the question himself, who is Hangman Adam Page without the world title? 3 weeks of silence isn't an answer, but I don't think it's nothing either. I think a man who spent the last 4 months learning to plant seeds and watching them grow isn't in a hurry to tell us what the next one looks like unless he's sure himself. We're not far from Wembley now. At some point before then, Hangman Adam Page has to show us who that guy actually is. I don't know who that is yet. I don't think he fully does either, but I'll be watching for it. And thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!